Good morning, I'm Teo Torres.
And I'm Deirdre Fitzpatrick. Let's go over to KCRA 3 meteorologist Tamara Berg. She's going to look at your weekend wet forecast.
Yeah, you know, things are going to get off to a wet start. It's not going to happen likely this morning. This morning commute's going to be dry. So if you have plans to take off right now, or maybe you're just getting out for that morning workout, you're going to be in fine shape. A live look right now from the Exchange Hotel Skycam. You can see that there are some clouds out there and temperatures are right now in the low 50s. So a pretty comfortable start in the morning. We stay in that low 50s range once we hit daybreak. Sun comes up at 6:50. We'll be in the upper 50s around 10 a.m. with partly to mostly cloudy skies and light south winds. On into the afternoon, it's going to be a mild day with temperatures warming into the upper 60s to about 70 degrees. So today a pretty pleasant day for doing things outside, but you can definitely look at the radar scan here in the last few hours. You can tell that there is a storm brewing out here, and it's been sitting with us for most of the week well offshore. Eventually it's going to move onshore as we head into the start of the weekend, and that's going to shake things up for us, especially in terms of looking at more steadier rainfall arriving. We could see those bands of rain move into the foothills as early as this evening. So in the foothills, while much of the front half of your day is actually dry, it's the evening that we'll start to see the increasing clouds and more chances for rain. So we're off to a wet start for the weekend. I'll talk about the rain totals to expect and how much snowfall is headed to the mountains this weekend coming up in my full forecast ahead. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Well, the arrival of snow this weekend is great timing for opening of the first Northern California ski resort.
KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo is joining us now live at Boreal Mountain Resort in Nevada County, and we're about 3 hours away from the slopes opening.
Yeah, the clock is ticking on the 2023-24 season, and we're standing next to the real heroes of opening day being about to open. The snow blowers. These things are really what help to make it possible for those skiers and riders to be able to get up on the slopes today. The resort opening for the season as planned today, and we want to show you some video of how things look up there right now. We are at the beginning, when we were out here at the beginning of November, the conditions became just right for those snow guns to start blowing snow up on the slopes. Boreal says it keeps constant tabs on the forecast, and they decided that they will have enough snow up there to get the season started on time.
We'll be continuing to blow snow any chance we get. We're watching that window to see when we get some more snow coming in the forecast, and we will make sure that we expand terrain as quickly as possible and as safely as possible.
And back out here live, the resort opening is not only good for the people who want to get up on the slopes, it's also good, according to Boreal, for the local Sierra economy. Reporting live at Boreal Mountain Resort, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Melanie, boy, that's exciting.
Yeah, a reminder that Heavenly Resort and North Star had decided to delay their opening recently, but plan to open just as soon as they can. Palisades is planning to open next week ahead of Thanksgiving. Sarah Tahoe is going to open in early December. Let's check in now with Aaron Haft. Oh, Mount Rose already opened.
Yeah, they did too.
All right, Aaron's got to look at traffic.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. And we're starting here in Stockton. So 99 having a sticky point this morning. It happened about 30 minutes to an hour ago at this point. Minor injury wreck was blocking multiple lanes. Now is only blocking one lane. This happening at 99 northbound at 8 Mile Road. Multiple cars involved. Tow is not in the mix yet, so this is going to be sticky for some time. If you're headed to the airport, this might be what you're getting into. I-5 and 580, or I-5 and 80. There you go this morning. Everything flowing at the limit, so doing really well. Even the 50 is doing also very well this morning. Nothing really getting in our way as the Fix 50 project. If we take a look at our drive times to the Bay, we're not doing bad. We are only in the yellow, 26 minutes or better. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Well, it is the last day of work and school for many Northern Californians before the holiday break, and that means many people will begin their holiday travel.
KCRA 3's Mike Tassell joining us now in Live Tracker 3, taking a look at some of the predictions for the best and the worst times to hit the road.
And you know, Deirdre, right now we decided to head our way out towards the airport this morning, Sac International, because of course Friday predicted to be, at least according to last year's stats, the busiest day to fly out of Sac International. So we just want to give you a look at what that commute towards the airport looks like right now, and getting on to I-5, really no problems. But as far as the best and worst times to drive, well, take a look, because if you are driving, AAA says the best time to head out is the same advice as it's been for the last couple of years, and that is leave in the morning or wait until 6 o'clock in the evening each day. Keep in mind, though, the busiest single day for holiday driving leading up to Thanksgiving is likely going to be next Wednesday, and specifically in that time frame between 2 and 6 p.m. The day before Thanksgiving going to be probably the busiest day driving wise. And if we come back out live again as we're approaching Highway 99, this is a look right outside the windshield this morning from Live Tracker 3. You can see traffic is flowing quite nicely right now out towards the airport. No delays getting to Sac International for, again, when it comes to flying will likely be one of the busiest days leading up to Thanksgiving. Coming home, well, all you need to know is Sunday afternoon, the worst time to be on the roads if you don't want to deal with traffic. Inside Live Tracker 3, where AAA expecting those peak travel times to be at least 11% longer than a normal day for this Thanksgiving travel period. Mike DeSalle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Well, if you are headed to Southern California for Thanksgiving, you may not have to worry so much about that big freeway closure. Here's the latest. Interstate 10 through LA was closed after that big fire and damage to a major portion of the elevated section. Now, it was thought repairs would take up to 5 weeks. But just last night, Governor Newsom made quite an announcement. They will open it no later than this Tuesday, just in time to deal with the Thanksgiving rush. Remarkable.
Isn't that just mind-boggling?
Yeah, it is.
Incredible. So updating a story now that was developing overnight. Sacramento police say they have cleared the scene of a standoff. This happened in the area of Haywood Street at Grand Avenue in Del Paso Heights. Police surrounded a home for more than 3 hours, believing the 2 suspects were inside. And that did include a SWAT team, which went into the house at around 11:30, but they didn't find the man and woman that they were looking for. Both are wanted on felony charges. Police, however, aren't giving any other details about it. Investigators did collect some evidence overnight, and then they cleared the scene. 2 men are now in the hospital after a shooting happened in South Sacramento. It happened just after 7 last night outside of a liquor store near Fruit Ridge Road at Wilkinson Street. One guy was found in critical condition. Police say the other one is expected to survive. Officers had that area around the Fast Stop food and liquor marked off, and police at this point not saying much more about the shooters or the victims. In the meantime, the man accused in this week's stabbing death in downtown Commons is due to be in court on arraignment this afternoon. Sacramento police arrested a 23-year-old Malik Wilson on Wednesday. He's accused in the stabbing death of a 22-year-old LaRon Wilson II. That stabbing happened feet from the Golden One Center just before a concert Tuesday. Police say the 2 homeless men did know each other, but that they are not related.
Well, it is the final day of the Asia-Pacific Economic Summit in San Francisco. President Biden is sending a message to foreign partners. The U.S. is open for business. KCRA 3's Amy Lou is in Washington now with his message to Americans as well.
Well, Biden says there is a return on U.S. investment to countries across the Asia Pacific, bringing money and jobs back home.
Welcome to San Francisco.
Selling American business before world leaders and CEOs. President Biden announced $50 billion of U.S. investment in Asia Pacific economies alone this year.
My message to all of you here today is, leaders of government and industry, you can count on the United States.
In turn, Biden says companies from the region have invested $200 billion in the U.S. since the start of his administration, generating millions of jobs and building stronger alliances.
We have to ensure that competition does not veer into conflict.
Fresh off his meeting with President Xi Jinping, Biden clarifying the U.S. will improve diplomacy with China, but maintain its competitive edge.
We are de-risking and diversifying our economic relationship with the PRC, not decoupling.
Building on a framework navigating the threat of war, corruption, climate change, and shaky supply chains.
And ensure we're better prepared to shift and adapt when disruptions do occur, and they will.
Biden's message to keep the economy growing comes as he seeks re-election. But polling shows that most people think the economy under the Biden administration is in bad shape, despite recent economic data showing otherwise. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou, KCRA 3 News.
Well, President Biden will sit down with the president of Mexico today. The two have not always gotten along, but the White House wants to improve cooperation between our two countries. Key topics will include migrants crossing the border and the fentanyl issue.
So while in San Francisco, the president did sign a bill that averts a government shutdown until at least early next year. The measure passed both the House and the Senate this week. The current short-term spending bill does not include the president's request for nearly $106 billion in wartime aid for Israel, Ukraine, and the southern border. Funding is going to go through February 2nd at the latest, meaning that the shutdown clock will be back on in the new year. Special counsel prosecutors are using a California grand jury as part of an ongoing federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business dealings. Those who are familiar with this probe say that the president's brother James recently got a subpoena. James was once a business associate of Hunter. It is unclear if investigators are looking into anything beyond tax matters. The use of a grand jury in California, however, suggests that special counsel might be getting ready to bring new charges against the president's son. The Justice Department and attorneys for Hunter and James Biden have all declined to comment. Hunter was indicted in September on 3 charges related to the 2008 purchase of a gun in Delaware. He did plead not guilty.